Hi, this is Father FRLOUSCURTI, continuing our journey, our spiritual journey in Ireland, and we've landed on the East Coast. We're in County Dublin. We're not going to go into Dublin, so this is one of the outskirts towns. This is Malahide, a beautiful, beautiful old village, but it's renovated. It has the Malahide Castle in town and a lot of history that goes back to the Norman period, 11th century. This church is called St. Sylvester, the Church of Malahide, and it was constructed in 1901. And we're going to go inside and see. It's just a vast open church, beautifully appointed, no side nave, just a central nave. And it's a beautiful, beautiful church, a gathering space. And once again, their area, the esplanade before the church, is spacious for a nice gathering place. But you can't park in here, that's for sure. Let's go inside and see the church. And as we see it, how appropriate, we are greeted with a welcome sign, which of course is so significant for us as Christians as we welcome people into the church. Although it's 1901, we see two sculptures that look pretty worn, and maybe they were renovated and placed into this area of the church when the original church was built in 1901. Let's go inside. There are some people chatting there, so we're going to be among those chatting as we go into the foyer. And we are here, people chatting in church, which is great. The gathering, some people gather to pray, some gather to socialize, but it's all hospitality. And here, a wide open church, beautiful center stained glass window in honor of Sacred Heart of Jesus. Mary's to our left and St. Joseph's to our right. The altar, once again, is the older altar, renovated and pushed forward, so the reredos of the altar stays in its dignified location. Beautiful stained glass window, simple windows on the sides, Stations of the Cross. And again, this is part of our spiritual journey through Ireland. We're here in Malahide on the East Coast, beautiful town, bustling with a lot of activity. We looked at the pulpit, which is a very strong-looking item. However, the baptismal font seems to be very small and insignificant, but each to its own. Thank you for joining us as we continue our spiritual journey through Ireland. Leaving Malahide, we aim toward the Irish Sea to the town of Howth. But on our way, we pass this beautiful little fishing village of Baldoyle. And this church, Saints Peter and Paul. It's very unusual construction. It was built in the 30s on top of a site of a former thatched church. A thatched roof church stood here from the 17th century. The backdrop of the sanctuary is very classical. The side altars are attached to the back wall as well as the main altar. However, of course, the main altar has been pulled out a little bit, preserving the integrity of the art and the architecture. And this beautiful, wide open sanctuary from the pulpit to the altar to the baptismal font, all in the sanctuary. And I always appreciate the fact that the structures were reused, and the priest-celebrant chair, as well as the balcony and the ambo and the baptismal, are all made from the similar marble. Beautiful church, very wide open. The stained glass windows are simple, light-colored pastels, Stations of the Cross traditional, painted and little niches, but a very welcoming church. The side aisles radiate cruciform shape, facing the main altar, as well as the main aisle facing the sanctuary. We are in the Church of St. Peter and Paul, here in a beautiful little fishing village on the East Coast. And this is Father LOUSCURTI, keeping up with the spiritual journey through Ireland as we appreciate the art and architecture of the churches of Ireland, and especially this one built by the people of the fishing village of Baldoyle by Father William Young over the site of a 17th century thatched church. The history of the church goes on. This is Father LOUSCURTI thanking you for joining us as we continue our spiritual journey through Ireland.